Hey everybody, yeah, I'm almost 65 years old. I've been sawing screws off for probably 40 years. And, you know, there's really no good way to shorten up a screw. You're a lot further ahead to just buy the screw. It's already the right length, but I got these stainless steel screws and a customer wants me to use them, except this one is a 1/2 inch long, and it'd be a lot better if it was 3/8 of an inch long. Let's look at our options here. And of course, we can't hold it with our fingers. That's not going to work. Hold it with the pliers. You know, that's not going to work. Get halfway through there, the screw's going to go in a bind, probably stall out the bandsaw. So that's not going to work. So okay, let's get extravagant here. Let's put the screw in a vise. There we are. The screw's in a vise. I only got to take off an 1/8 of an inch. So that's not going to work. You know, the screw is going to tip, put the saw blade into a bind, probably break it. Yeah, here's another option. Here's a little vise. Holding it just by the end I want to cut off. And I'll probably hit the vise in the process of cutting it off. That'll mar the vise and probably dull the blade. So, yeah, that's got possibilities, but nothing to write home about. So then I come up with an idea. How in the world could I do it? And I come up with the coolest idea for cutting off thread. It's actually a disposable thread sawing jig. Drilled and tapped a hole through here. Got a saw kerf, so the screw comes out to be 3/8 of an inch long, and the scrap comes out through a clearance hole. I'll demonstrate this. It'd be better if the saw guide was lower, but it's not. Very carefully. There we are. Now, there's the little piece I cut off. Now when you back the screw out, you know when you saw off a thread, seems like when you cut off a thread, you always ding up the leading edge of the thread. But backing it out of that threaded hole, a lot of guys will put a nut on there and then back the screw up through a nut. So that screw is all ready to go now. And I've already cut off, I don't know, about 10 of these, and I got 2 more to go. But at any rate, I made this last week to cut off the same screw. I don't even use very many 832 screws, but I've had a need to cut off screws here for the second time in a week. I actually made that little saw jig to cut off flathead screws. But at any rate, I thought it was such a cool idea, I just had to share it with everybody. Here's the scrap from all the other screws I've cut off. Hey, it's safe. My fingers are a good 8 inches away from the blade. The saw blade is safe. Nothing's going to pinch or grab. You have to make sure the screw is tight, because if the saw blade wants to unwind the screw, then you're going to have problems. At any rate, thanks for watching.